So we'll start with ultrasonic machining process. That is a second type of unconventional machining process. So over here we have an electrode, that is the tool, and it is said as a sonotrode because it is vibrating at ultrasonic frequency. So we have very similar combination of as we had in electrochemical machining. We have the workpiece, we have the tool, and the tool is vibrating at ultrasonic frequency. So that's the change. And stream of air plus abrasive slurry is used. So that is going to abrasive slurry. So we have a workpiece over here. I have a tool, and the tool has some kind of shape or some pattern made on that bottom face of the tool. So that pattern is going to get transferred or copied on the workpiece surface also. And this tool is vibrating at ultrasonic frequency, and abrasive jet slurry comes into the thing. So that leads to the actual machining of my or actual material removal from my workpiece, and that is continuously removed using the stream of air. So stream of air plus abrasive comes, that is called as slurry, and debris, that is the wear material, is removed from the surface. And the tool is ductile material, generally of copper, and the erosion of tool is also significant if we do not take some machining parameters into account. But machining parameters are controlled in such a way that the erosion of tool is significantly less. And generally the amplitude of vibration of sonotrode is approximately 20 micrometer. So you can see in ECM, the Y bar, the gap we had was something around micrometers itself. It was 1.3 micrometers. So just to give you an idea and comparison, the workpiece experiences the fracture of the material, and that fracture is going to remove the material. So the workpiece is generally ceramic, glass, sapphire, alumina, or quartz. The requirement is the workpiece should be a hard material and it should be brittle. So that brittle fracture is going to remove the material. If I'm going to use a ductile material, what's the problem? I'm going to impart the strain energy, impart the energy from the abrasive, the high speed abrasive, but that abrasive is going to impart on it. The abrasive will transfer its energy, but the transfer of energy will go to the strain energy of my ductile material, and that strain energy will be released after some time, and the material removal will not happen. But if I'm having a brittle material, that energy imparted, the impulse imparted on the workpiece material is going to cause a brittle fracture if I'm going to have a hard and brittle material. And that brittle fracture is definitely going to remove that material because it is complete fracture. In ductile material, I'm not experiencing a fracture. So the direct will be direct type and indirect type. There are two types. So the direct will be when abrasive is directly colliding on the job, and the indirect means the abrasive first collides with the tool. So if I am having a workpiece over here and the tool over here, once I can put my abrasive directly on my workpiece or the job, and in the indirect type, my abrasives will impart onto my tool, and from tool they will be reflected towards my workpiece surface. So abrasive first collides with the tool, and then tool surface directs it towards the job. So the application of this ultrasonic machining is when we want to do high aspect ratio machining. So I can make a very deep holes and very small diameter holes. So this is a very unconventional feature which I am going to use. I am going to get using ultrasonic machining. So we'll stop over here. In the next video, we'll start with the mathematical formulation for ultrasonic machining. Thank you.